The Nothing Ear A and the Xiaomi Redmi Buds 5 Pro are both true wireless earbuds with ANC under $100. At full price, the Redmi Buds are slightly cheaper at around $79, while the Nothing Ear A is $99. These prices definitely vary as they both get frequent discounts even on Amazon, so make sure to check the links down below if you're interested. Only missing wireless charging, these earbuds are fully featured with everything you need in a pair of Bluetooth earbuds at very reasonable prices. So even though I love both of these and they're pretty much at parity in terms of features, there's definitely reasons to recommend one over the other. Before I go over those, I want to thank all of you that have subscribed to the channel. You guys have been a huge help, and we still have a lot of you watching still not subscribed, so if you could do that, I would really appreciate it. The charging cases are about the same size, but as you can tell, design wise, these are very different. I personally much prefer how the Nothing Ear looks. It's so unique with amazing attention to detail. I love the white Stormtrooper look with a slight black accent, but design is really more of a personal preference because maybe you like the more AirPods-like simple and minimal design of the Redmi Buds. The Redmi Buds also have a much more visible light strip compared to the single LED on the Nothing Ear. I like that the pairing button is on the outside here while the Nothing Ear has it in the inside. I'll also say that the Redmi Buds case feels slightly more premium. They're both plastic, but the Nothing Ear feels a bit hollow and more plasticky, while the Redmi Buds feel a bit more dense and solid. That said, the Nothing Ear wins on two things. They're much easier to get out and put back in. The Redmi Buds are also easy to get the buds out, but when putting back in, you have to line up each earbud stem to the little hole on each side. During the day when you're looking at it and putting it back in, this is easy. But if you're in a hurry and not looking, it's sometimes pretty easy to mess up and not be able to put these back in for a few attempts. Also, only the Nothing Ear case has IPX2 splash resistance, while the Redmi Buds case doesn't have any IP rating. Thankfully, the buds themselves are both IP54 rated, so you don't have to worry about sweat or rain while wearing these. Both buds fit me really well and are very comfortable to wear for long periods of time. If I had to choose one, I'd say the Nothing Ear is a little bit more comfortable. It feels lighter while feeling more snug in the ears. There's less discomfort when leaning my head against a pillow or a plain seat. This is because there are a lot of differences if you look closely. The Nothing earbuds are slightly flatter. The Redmi Buds are slightly thicker and more elongated. Both earbuds are plastic, but the Nothing Ear has more of a matte finish while the Redmi Buds are glossy. I personally prefer the matte surface on the Nothing Ear, but this is really a matter of preference. What is objectively better are the controls on the earbuds. The Nothing Ear has pinch controls while the Redmi Buds have touch tap controls. Especially when running or on the move, it's much easier to grab your earbud and pinch it over tapping on your skinny earbuds. The Redmi Buds touch controls also don't give any audible feedback, so it's hard to tell how many taps you got in or not. Both have responsive in-ear detection, but I found the Nothing Ear to be more reliable. Not often, but very occasionally, the Redmi Buds would continue playing media even though I took them off my ears. That said, these earbuds are basically on par in terms of connectivity. Bluetooth 5.3, LDAC codec support, Google Fast Pair, multi-device pairing, and companion app support. The only technical advantage between the two is that the Nothing Ear also has Microsoft Swift Pair for easy pairing with Windows devices too. Pairing and connecting are super easy and very fast for both earbuds. As soon as I take them out of their cases, they connect instantly to my phone or laptop no problem. I also found the latency to be great on both, but the Nothing Ear has had much stronger connectivity strength and consistency. It never fails the classic subway test, while the Redmi Buds have disconnected on me several times before. And if we're talking about the general experience, especially in terms of their companion apps, the Nothing Ear A is so much better. EQs and custom EQs are a lot easier to navigate through and interact with. Both support multi-device pairing with dual connection, but managing your paired devices is so much easier on Nothing's companion app. You know exactly what device you're connected to, and you can easily connect or disconnect them from here. Firmware updates are supported on both, but Nothing definitely seems to support their buds more often with more frequent updates. Most importantly, the Xiaomi Earbuds app is sometimes terrible at recognizing when the Redmi Buds are connected or not. They connect and function perfectly fine, but the app itself doesn't think so. So yeah, even though they basically have the same feature set, the Nothing Ear executes them a lot better. In terms of audio quality, the Nothing Ear and the Redmi Buds have some differences in drivers and internal hardware, but they both have LDAC support for high bitrate Bluetooth audio. When actually listening to them without worrying about the specs, I found the Nothing Ear to produce much richer audio in almost every situation. Even though I like how the Redmi Buds sound, the Nothing Ear had much more range and the audio sounds less compressed. The bass was also much more pronounced on the Nothing Ear. Even after turning on enhanced bass on the Redmi Buds, I still found the Nothing Ear producing richer bass. There wasn't a noticeable difference in vocals specifically, but the Nothing Ear definitely sounded much more dynamic and more pleasant to listen to music and podcasts almost all the time. For ANC, the Nothing Ear can cancel up to 45 decibels with a 5000 Hz frequency range, and the Redmi Buds can cancel up to 52 decibels with a 4000 Hz frequency range. In actual listening tests, the Nothing Ear isolated and canceled both lower and higher frequency sounds a lot better than the Redmi Buds. I was satisfied with the Redmi Buds too, but the Nothing Ear is so much better at this that it changed my expectations. These are a lot better for my morning and evening commutes in the subway. For transparency modes, the Nothing Ear is also much better at letting the noise in, so you can actually hear your surroundings better. The transparency modes on the Redmi Buds didn't seem to have as big of an impact. So both sets of earbuds have 3 microphones per bud. Each pair also has some kind of clear voice or AI mic noise cancellation for clearer audio, but you be the judge after listening to these samples.
This is a quick mic test using the Nothing Ear in a quiet indoor environment. This is a test using the Redmi Buds 5 Pro in a quiet indoor environment. Now this is the Nothing Ear A in an outdoor busy environment. Now this is the Redmi Buds 5 Pro in the same outdoor busy environment.
Moving on to battery life, which is thankfully really great on both earbuds. The Redmi Buds do promise more battery life, and I have gotten better results on it. I had ANC and LDAC on all the time for both. For the Redmi Buds, I got about 7 hours of actual listening time and 30 hours of total time with the charging case. The Nothing Ear was also great, but it did get a lower 5 hours of listening time and 20 total hours with the charging case. So basically, I got an extra day of use from the Redmi Buds compared to the Nothing Ear before charging them up. Charging is really quick for both using their convenient USB-C ports. It takes about an hour or less to top them up from low to full battery. So putting everything together, both the Nothing Ear A and the Redmi Buds 5 Pro are excellent earbuds under $100 with all the features you need. But when looking at these features one by one, the Nothing Ear A is just better at executing each and every one of them. Arguably better design and comfort, more reliable connectivity and a much better companion app, noticeably better audio quality and ANC. It only loses out on battery life, but it's still got a really strong battery, so I don't see that as an issue. So yeah, even though the Nothing Ear A is slightly more expensive, I think those extra dollars are well worth it. So that's all I have to say about this comparison. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, or if you have a better alternative at this price range. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.